that Chaim Shmulevitz, he was giving a speech once, and he explained how did they win the 6-day war. He says during the 6-day war, Chaim Shmulevitz was with the students of the Mir Yeshiva, and other Jews in the neighborhood. They were in a bomb shelter in Jerusalem, right near the border that split the city between Israel and Jordan. So they were getting shellings, they were getting bombarded by the Jordan, and everybody was terrified. Everybody was in the bomb shelters. So everybody was saying Tehillim. There was a woman who was in Aguna, and she didn't receive a get for almost 20 years, and she was suffering tremendously, even without alimony. No financial support from her lost husband, from her husband who left her. And in the middle of the voices that you hear in the bomb shelter, you hear this woman saying a prayer. And what did this woman say? Master of the universe, I forgive him, and you too should forgive your people. She said, "B'zchut this, that I'll forgive my husband who left me for 20 years without any support. B'zchut this, that I forgive him. Hashem, you forgive the Jewish people. You should forgive the Jewish people, and not let anybody get hurt. The bomb should not hurt anybody." Right away, Rav Chaim Shmulevitz says, he testifies, and right after she said that, the bombing stopped. And Rav Chaim Shmulevitz says, I believe that's the reason why we won the 6-day war. The protection of the big power of her mehilah to her husband made it that Hashem gave us a mehilah and took away from us the bad decrees. So look at this. One person saved the whole country, he believes. Why? Because of the zechut of forgiving another person. We come and pray to Hashem. Now as we're coming closer and closer to Elul, we want to pray and get merits and have good blessings and all these things. We want Hashem to give us the good decrees. And in order to get the good decrees, you got to change yourself. The biggest way to change yourself is to forgive that person. Let that trauma go, and Hashem will see that if you forgive, I also could forgive. I also could change the decree for you. So therefore, she was entitled. You would think she's entitled. She should be upset. No, she should hold a grudge. He made her suffer for so long, and yet she let it go. Right, and Hashem protected us, and Hashem gave us there was such a big merit. Hashem saved us. So therefore, Hashem tzilecha, the pasuk says in the Tehillim, Hashem is your shadow. The way you are is exactly how Hashem will treat you. You forgive, Hashem will forgive you. If you overlook your honor, Hashem will overlook all the times we went against His honor. Hashem will be giving to us when we are giving to others. So therefore, what happens when you say, I can't stand him? I don't have nothing to do with him anymore. I hold it against him forever and ever. I'll take it to the grave, God forbid. So a person has to know, Hashem could tell you the same thing also. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Chas v'shalom, I can't stand you. And we don't want to hear these kind of things, so therefore we shouldn't say it to others. The Vilna Gaon says, it's not easy to forgive and forget. It's very hard to forgive a spouse, to forgive a mother-in-law, forgive a guy who, ratted on you, let's say. But the Gaon Vilna says, what did we come to this world for? For to work on our midot and become a better person. All the Torah you learned and all the mitzvot you did to make you into a holier person. Where's the opportunity to show that holiness? Is when you have an ability to forgive somebody, like Hashem. How Hashem is so holy and can forgive. He has mercy. You gimel midot. Every single day in the Sihad we're going to say 13 attributes of mercy. And the Gemara says, whoever says the 13 attributes of mercy, he'll never come back empty-handed. Hashem will have mercy on us. But how could we see a lot of people who say it and they don't get forgiven? So a lot of the commentaries say it's not just to say it, it's to live it, to actually act with the 13 attributes of mercy. And this is exactly where you have the ability to exercise 13 attributes of mercy, by being forgiving. We'll end with Masechet Ta'anit. The Gemara says a story about Eliezer. They cried to him, the Jews cried, there's a drought in Israel, we need rain. And he stood up and he prayed for rain. Did it rain? No, it didn't rain. Then he asked the student, okay, Chai, Rabbi Kiva, come, you pray. You pray for the rain. He prayed for the rain. And the second he closed his book from his prayer, it started pouring rain. Why? The Gemara says the rabbi, he prayed and didn't get answered. The student, he prayed and right away got answered. The Gemara says a heavenly voice came out from Shamayim and said, why did the student get answered right away and the rabbi didn't? It's not because this one's greater than this one. It's because this one overlooks when people slight his honor and this one doesn't. Rabbi Kiva used to get slighted in his honor and he used to go and give it up. He used to not be makbid, not be so meticulous about how people treated him. So therefore, Hashem was not so meticulous with him when he prayed. When a person, obviously, Eliezer is not a bad person. He was a big rabbi. He has to stand up for the honor of the Torah. But since he was to be exacting with people, how he treated him, so Hashem had to be exacting with him. But with Rabbi Kiva, who said, it's okay. Bedil mi'avor. Right? It's okay. I'll move on with it, right? And bedil means for the sake of, v'yavor means for the sake of, that's what we say 13 attributes. But because Rabbi Kiva overlooked, Hashem overlooked his errors as well. So therefore, next time you have an opportunity, someone wants to make up with you, even though you have bad feelings, think about how when you come to Hashem and ask to make up with you, and he has bad feelings against you, he lets it go. You're better than Hashem, you deserve more honor than Hashem, Hashem forgives. How can you not forgive? Baruch Ta'ala.